Monday motivation. Spain, it's been emotional. But now I'm recharged, recouped, rested and ready for the war, because whether you like it or not, people, we are going towards a war. We're in a war. We're coming out the other side of a war or a battle. It does not matter. That's what life is. And I know that's not in keeping with LinkedIn's encouraging and supportive nature and community, but the fact of the matter is you cannot just concentrate on the positive and the praise. You have to acknowledge the negative, the hatred, the hostility, in order for that to strengthen you and know that it's there. Because even in amongst a beautiful holiday that I've been away on with my beautiful family, even in amongst the tranquility, the paradise, the luxury, I've still seen evidence that we are in warfare. And you may be going towards one, you may be in one right now, and I want you to know is, don't be afraid of it, have no fear of it, people, but we are under attack from so many different avenues and so many different angles. Now, on holiday, I saw that we're in warfare. Now, a guy that I've got a lot of love and respect for, Kurt Macadante, he done a post just recently stating that we are turning into bots. And man, that's correct. But trust me, that's only the tip of the iceberg. Trust me, that's only the cherry on top of the cake. You have to look below the sea level to see the amount of damage that's being done. You have to look below the sea level to see the size of the problem in which we are facing and the size of the battle and the war in which we're in, because I saw it on holiday. Take this for example. We are at war with gadgets, big time, because we're turning into bots. That's what Kurt's stating, and he's right. But I saw it on holiday. Now, when you've got the parents taking pictures of their kids, and they will get them up, huddle them up for the perfect shot from start to finish, they will say, stand there, click, and it takes a minute from start to finish. And then what they will do for the next half hour, 35 minutes, 45 minutes is put it on social media and interact with people back home. So it's taken a minute for that moment. And instead of having another 40 or 45 moments with their kids, they would rather have interaction back home with their family or their friends or family that live locally, whatever. But they would rather be involved in a gadget for 45 minutes instead of having another 45 1-minute moments with their kids. That's the war in which we face. Because on those gadgets then, we're at war on social media. On social media, man, it's warfare. It's a minefield. It's a battleground. Because on there, and I've said it before, that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves from actually comparing our behind the scenes life up against other people's highlight reel and show reels, and that's what we do, and it makes us feel less than other people, that we're not doing as well as other people. But trust me, I know from personal experience that people will put stuff up on social media, and the people that I deal with, once you look at their Instagram, you think, yeah, man, they got life sussed. They got life sussed. But these same people, it doesn't matter whether they're youngsters, whether they're single, whether they're in a relationship, whether they're married. Listen, you can look at their Instagram and think they've got life sussed. But these same people were messaging me saying, James, I'm having suicidal thoughts. James, I'm going through depression, panic attacks, anxiety attacks. I'm going through grief. I'm in the darkness, James. I feel like giving up. And that's the fact of the matter. That there is the war in which we're in. That's the reality, people. But a lot of people don't like to acknowledge that. A lot of people don't like to acknowledge that, but it's not until you acknowledge it and know what you're up against. Know your enemy as much as your friend. You understand what I'm saying? You know your enemy as much as your friend, so you're prepared for every single situation, every single circumstance, every possibility. That's what you have to do. So we're at war on social media. We're even at war with young kids, because I've got a friend who's a teacher. Now, if you could clone her, if you could mold her, clone her, and put her into every school in the world, the teaching game would be on lock. The kids would be in amazing hands. But she's saying to me, James, I've never seen the levels of poverty that I'm witnessing right now. You understand? Listen, you have to understand the war in which we're in. Kids in abject poverty. James, I've never seen the levels of violence in which I'm seeing right now. I've never seen the height of the mental health issues in which I'm witnessing right now. She's a primary school teacher. So you have to understand that the problems are getting bigger and the kids are getting younger. Problems bigger, the kids are younger, and they're susceptible to it. Why? A lot of it is down to the deep and meaningful relationships that are breaking down, because their parents would rather have a relationship with a gadget and be on social media, and what they do, invest in and encouraging their children. That's the warfare in which we're in. So everyone, what I'm saying is even if you're not in a war yourself, you have to do all you can to help lighten the load for those who are in a war, who are in a battle. You have to do all you can to help, because the trouble is real. The problem is real. The battle is real. The war is on. So the teachers, this we are even at war with ourselves. We're at war with ourselves here on social media, because what we do is people are craving this dopamine hit by wanting more likes, more comments, more shares of their posts to make them feel appreciated, to make them feel accepted, because that's why people tag loads of other people in, because maybe the amount of interaction they had last time didn't fulfill them. They want more. And it's not all down to thinking, well, these people have a connection to this post and I think it's really applicable to them and they'll be interested in it. Man, don't fool yourself. It's not all down to that. Sometimes it's the case, but you will notice that I don't tag anyone, and I know the people that come on and comment genuinely actually seek me out. They genuine. That's genuine support there, because we are under attack, like I say, from genuine or false praise. There are people that are just praising other people because there may be an ulterior motive behind the praise or the comment, thinking that this person may be able to help me get to where it is I want to get to. And you have to be careful of the genuine and the false praise. Now, there is amazing support on here. There are relationships being formed left, right and center. The relationships being formed in a loving way. Man, that's unreal, mind-blowing. But in friendships and in business, these relationships are being formed. Incredibly supportive people that will be there at the drop of a hat to help anyone who they can. There's amazing people on there, but there's also the other side of the coin, that people will comment and will get involved, but all of a sudden, bang, they're gone. Bang, they're gone. And you think, man, what's happened there? What's happened there? What have I done? And if you're not prepared for that, that can truly affect you. And it may seem small, it may seem minimal, but trust me, it can throw people right off track. Why? Because I'm dealing with youngsters who are putting up posts that may have got 500 likes. 500 likes and 200 comments, and then they put up another post and it only gets 300 likes and 100 comments, and then they think, man, what have I done? Why is my friend not commented? Why have they not interacted? Have I upset them? And it plays on their mind. They start getting paranoid, and that's where the mental health issue comes in. So it doesn't matter whether you're a pupil or a prisoner, a baller or a business person. We've all got that same characteristic. And it's all in us, and it does affect us. Listen, we are at war with other people's opinions. Opinions come at us whether we like it or not. People's opinions don't define you. It's like people will strive to get a reputation. I'm telling you to build on your character, because other people's opinions to do with your reputation is, listen, your reputation is what other people think of you. Character is who you truly are. So other people's opinions do not define you. And when people's opinions are coming and they're all positive, yeah, that's lovely. But when other people's opinions are quite harsh and quite negative, man, that's when it truly impacts people, and people don't like that. And why? Because opinions come to people, even the best. And in John 5:16-29, when Jesus raised that man that said, listen, take up your bed and walk, and he cured that man who had been lame for 38 years, and that man walked for the first time, all the elders, they did not focus on Jesus's, the fact that the man was walking. They focused on the fact that Jesus was working on the Sabbath. So that's their opinion of him. But the fact of the matter is Jesus did not break the fourth commandment. He only broke their opinion or their interpretation of the fourth commandment. So Jesus, man, he was doing right. And once you get these opinions off of people, man, it can cause hostility towards people, and you will get put into hostile situations or circumstances. Again, I'm telling you to not be afraid, because the hostile situations will come. Jesus said, I will send you out as sheep in amongst the wolves, and that's what life is. Sometimes you've got to negotiate the wolves. You've got to negotiate around the wolves, and people's opinions, they will only have it a lot of the time to benefit their own wants and desires. When malice and envy enter a situation, justice and reason will leave, and their opinion is there, so it does not define you as a person. It does not define you. So what you have to do is, in these hostile environments, situations and circumstances, and know that you will grow and know that you will get the strength. People, I need you to stay focused, stay faithful, stay fearless, and stay fighting on your purpose, for when that battle comes, man, those four will dig you out of the hole. Don't lose sight of that. But just know that we are in the war, we are in the warfare, we are in the battle. And I want you to head into the battle with a load of courage and a load of bravery this week, people. Because if we do not go into battle, and we do not go into war, then victories will never, ever be won. Do not be afraid. Blessings.